Welcome to the Korea Q&A.
Korea Q&A, all the questions you've been asking and all the answers.
Before you do anything, make sure you
Like,
comment,
subscribe.
Welcome to Korea Q&A with my girl. Okay, this is a series of questions we've gotten or thought of maybe.
Things that we were thinking about over our time in Korea, of things we wish we would have done differently or things we should have known.
I'm gonna kick it off. What are some things you wish you would have brought to Korea that you did not?
Okay, so a vacuum, first of all.
1000% a vacuum.
I don't know why we thought like going to Korea for a year, you just like weren't gonna need a vacuum.
You need it more than ever.
More than you've ever needed it before. And you don't want to have to borrow people's hand-me-down vacuums. So
No.
bring your good vacuum, your Dyson, your Shark, whatever you got. You're gonna need it.
There's American outlets in the dorms in Korea, so you're good. Bring whatever you have. And also, we brought a hand vac, which I highly recommend.
clutch.
That was very handy, and I think it cost about $15. Worth every penny.
Yeah, I would highly recommend the vacuum.
Other things, I wish we would have brought better bedding.
Oh, us too. We have this cheap little comforter that looks like we used it in college. No throw pillows. Yeah, it was
Throw pillows,
throw
yes.
pillows. It was like we thought that we were going to camp. But this is a year-long camp. And then I thought about it, like we were there, I was there longer than I was living in Duluth.
Yep,
So-
that's funny. Going on the subject of thinking it was camp, everything was hand-me-down, used utensils.
Which, if you're not in a situation where you can go with your guy for the majority of the time, then maybe that's okay. But if you're gonna be there for, 4 to 6 months out of the year, maybe even longer, I'd say you might want some of those dishes.
I think so.
Or some of the gadgets in the kitchen that you wouldn't have thought to bring.
Well, it's a full year and they cook. At least my husband cooks. I sometimes cook. But they need pans, they need pots, they need spatulas. We didn't send him with any of that, so he Amazoned it, and it takes a little while to get this stuff.
I remember you saying that, and didn't you not have oven mitts? Or did I not have oven mitts?
Neither of us had oven mitts. That was...
So tell me how you're going to do anything.
I think there was one towel, like dish towel. I'm going to get my phone too and see what else.
I wish that I would have brought a pair of snow boots. It does snow. It snowed a handful of times. If you're going to be there in December and January, maybe bring some snow boots. Bring your festive Christmas stuff to celebrate the holidays, your Thanksgiving things. You're going to want it to feel like real life even though you're living in Korea, and I think that's where we were mistaken.
So on our list, we asked some of our friends. A hand mixer was high on the list. Goes along with kitchen gadgets.
Because you can't bring a KitchenAid, it's too large, but bring a hand mixer for sure.
A tip we have is anything you use twice a week, bring that with you.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know who said it, maybe Emily.
Probably so.
Bar stools.
Oh, yeah.
Someone said they wish that they would have brought those, or you can maybe order them.
The bar stools are pretty terrible. Everything else I'd say that you can probably get by with the furniture that they give you. Oh, a mattress topper. I cannot stress this enough. Like the best mattress topper you can ever think of. Get it and bring it with you or ship it with you because the mattresses are terrible.
Yeah, I think they caused a lot of back problems.
Yeah, it was so nice to be sleeping in a normal bed again.
Nespresso or your favorite coffee machine. Don't skimp out. Just bring what you like.
Don't use that Keurig that was about to die anyway.
No, because it will die in Korea.
And you'll have a Keurig grave like we had. We had our graveyard, we had like 3 dead Keurigs in our room at one point.
So true. Nail polish. The BX in Kunsan does not have nail polish. So if you're just a basic nail polish gal, you gotta bring some.
I'll bring some. They've got remover. No nail polish.
A full-length mirror.
Oh, there's not one of those.
No, but I think you can buy one in Osan.
I would probably buy one there. I would also probably buy a rug there.
Yes.
Our advice, I'd say, was to make the room homey as quick as you can.
Things you wish you would have known or done when you got to Korea. Push through to make the house a home when you get there. Don't push it off. Just go to Lotte.
Get a plant.
Go to Osan. Get a bunch of plants.
It can be a fake plant if you're not good at keeping up with them.
Guilty.
It'll make the room so much homier, and people will like spending time in your room. It'll feel cozy. You won't dread coming home from work every day if you're, the active duty person. If you're the spouse, you won't dread being in the room all day if you make it what you want it to be as much as you can anyway.
Learn how to use Kakao Taxi.
Oh, I still don't really know how to use that.
This I thought was amazing. Basically, it is the Uber of Korea. You set your pickup and then you can set your location. So there's no language barrier problems.
It's really awesome.
They know exactly where you want to go, and you know which number cab is picking you up and how much you're going to pay. So 0 surprises. I love it. You do not need a Korean phone number. The key is doing a general request.
I actually did not use it as much as I should have. I've done a little bit on Chaz's phone, but yeah, that's a great tip.
Naver, which I thought it was Naver the whole time there.
What? Naver?
Miss Kim told me it's Naver. Yes.
Wow, we were living a lie.
Yeah, and I still can't say Naver. I still say Naver.
I still say Naver too. Now that app is amazing, and I love the how it tells you to follow the color.
Oh yeah, it's
I wish
amazing.
that we had that in America.
And you can make all these pins of places you like. You can organize it by color, different coffee shops, different ideas of places to go. Could not recommend that more. Another thing, get your international driver's license or get your local driver's license.
Yeah.
I got the international driver's license permit from AAA.
It'll just make you feel safer going out into town.
If anything happens, you're covered. It was very easy. I think it cost $25 and took me 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And you get it in the States. Things we wish we would have done. Learning Korean earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's so hard though. I mean, you did a great job. It is a little bit difficult when you know you're only going to be there for a year. But at least learning like some of like the culture things, like when you learned that people will present things to you with 2 hands.
Yes, the 2 hands. For giving money, you can give it like this, holding your arm also. This is very polite.
I thought that was interesting to learn when you learned all of that.
I also still do that. Miss Kim, that is another thing. Go see Miss Kim the day you arrive.
I think if you had been seeing her since you got there, it would have been so different.
I know. It would have been different.
No, I kind of lived through Mary on that one. She seemed wonderful. I didn't end up going to her sessions with her. But yeah, just like learning things about the culture, I think it'll make you more welcomed into establishments and just kind of like understand why they do things the way they do.
Yeah. People appreciate you trying, so. Well, if you're a list person like me, I would recommend making a list and then actually crossing the things off of it. So you don't get to the end of the year and you're like, these are all these things that I wish I would have done. I'm very diligent on keeping up with where I was on the list in relation to how many weeks we had left.
Well, and time will fly, and I feel like there's so many things that just pop up, and maybe they weren't planned super far in advance. So that's a good idea, just to make sure that you are accomplishing what you want while you're there. Because I don't know when I'll be back to South Korea. That was probably the only time.
No.
So
hopefully we'll be back. We have some South Korean followers, so hello.
Yeah.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Thanks for getting our YouTube channel started with your support while we were in South Korea.
I think we would have shipped a car. It's paid for.
Or like for sure a reliable one, because even sometimes you think the most reliable car will not fail you, and it will. That's a good idea. The cars are slim pickings over there.
What did we love about Korea? Obviously, the coffee shops.
Oh my goodness. That's one thing that, I mean, there will never be coffee shops in America like there are in South Korea.
It's unmatched.
It is.
There's coffee shop after coffee shop, all next door to each other.
Maybe one day we'll open a coffee shop. With
That's been a dream of mine.
With the, inspiration being like a South Korean coffee shop.
Or we could have like special things on the menu, one for South Korea, one for Italy, one for like everywhere we go, the special.
It'd be very on brand for Korea to like have multiple layers of our shop and have like the first floor you're in America, the second floor you're in Italy, the third floor you're in South Korea.
Be amazing.
Yeah, that is next level. I will miss that. They'd sneaky good pasta at a lot of places.
Really good.
Wild.
That's one of our regrets, not getting to eat our favorite pasta place. Our favorite pasta coffee shop. You've seen that in all of our videos.
A lot of people talk about Paradiso's pasta, which is really great. I won't speak on the both of us, but personally I liked Rizzeri's pasta better than Paradiso's.
Me too. 100%.
I thought it was so good.
It was so good. It was also unexpected.
Yeah.
Whereas people have hyped up Paradiso. And another thing, go try off the wall places. Like try places that aren't the ones that all the Americans talk about.
You get in the groove going to Beef on a Leaf and the Salmon Market and Spinny Meats and all these you've seen in our vlogs. But yeah, try some random places, because then you might add some new ones to the list.
One of my favorite restaurants that we went to was a place in Suwon. It was so authentic. It was on Fried Chicken Street. I have no idea what the name was because it was in Korean and I hadn't learned Hangul yet. I felt like the real experience. Like they gave you the whole chicken fried.
Oh, yeah, that is the thing that they do there, which is a little bit interesting. The neck freaks me out still. You might as well submerge yourself in these types of experiences while you're there. I think all these things that we've shared with you guys are things that we wish that we would have known, especially if you're a spouse going into this endeavor. Kunsan seems, or to us, was presented very scary and like, oh, not glamorous.
Not welcoming.
Yeah, not welcoming. And turns out you can love your life there. You can get planted, feel comfortable,
yes.
Feel at home. So these are ways that we feel like you can do that and really capitalize on your experience in South Korea.
So we encourage people to go as long as their commander is supportive of spouses being there. I would not have traded this year for the world.
I wouldn't either. It was such a wonderful experience that we'll never get back. And Mary and I were saying one of the things that we loved most is that we lived 2 doors down from each other in a hallway, and when are we ever going to get that experience again? So you can really grow super close with the girlfriends that you make there, and it's a special moment that we won't have anywhere else.
So make the most of your time if you get to go, and get excited for Kunsan. Make Kunsan a great assignment.
It'll be super fun, more than you expected it to be, I'm sure. If it's not, let us know. We want to hear in the comments.
Let us know, and thank you so much for watching. We hope you guys liked this video.
Hope that it was informative, and we'll see you next week.